We need to be better. I need to be a better tennis coach and you need to be a better tennis player. So let's talk about it. Hey, so today's video is a little bit different to my normal coaching sessions. We're not going to be talking about a stroke or a tactic. Today I'm going to be talking about 4 ways that I'm looking to improve myself as a tennis coach, and I'm going to link that to how you can improve yourself as a player on and off the court. Now, I hope you didn't take offense when I said that we need to be better, but my assumption is that if you're watching videos on my channel, you are looking to improve your tennis. And if so, you're just like me, as I'm constantly striving for improvement. I'm super aware of all of my weaknesses as a coach, and I really want to develop my skills in those areas, and I'm sure you do as well in your tennis. My hope is that in making this video and sharing with you the 4 things that I'm doing to improve my coaching, it's going to help you and your self-development. So let's get into it. A big thanks to A-Peak Tennis for sponsoring this video. You'll hear a little bit more about A-Peak later in the video. So the very first thing that I'm doing to improve myself as a tennis coach is I'm going to spend some more time with other coaches. Now, during my career so far as a tennis coach, I've spent tons of hours on court with other coaches, and I found that the most valuable way for me to develop my own skills as a tennis coach. I pick up new drills and ideas, I see things that I like and what I don't like, and apply the relevant parts to my own coaching. Anytime I'm on court with another coach, I'm constantly soaking in information to see how I can develop my own coaching. Now, since starting my own program here at the Avenue, I've found that I've actually been very limited with how many other coaches I'm exposed to. So what my plan is over the next year or so is to expose myself to more coaches. With this in mind, I'm super excited that next week I'm actually going to the Mouratoglou Tennis Academy in France to spend some time on and off court with their coaches. This is going to be an amazing opportunity to not only see how their coaches work, but to see how their academy runs. And I'm sure I'm going to come back to my own coaching with loads of fresh ideas. Of course, I'm going to be bringing you guys with me, so if you have anything that you'd like to see, let me know in the comments below. Now let's talk about how this can link into your tennis and your development. As a tennis player, unless you're the greatest of all time, there are going to be players out there who are doing better than you currently. You should try to watch those players in action, whether that be watching professionals on the TV or heading down to your club at the weekend to watch your club's first team in action. If you can watch the players that you aspire to be, it's going to help you to take that next step in your tennis. By seeing what they do differently to you, it's going to help you to start to realize what you need to work on and what you need to develop. So just like me, and wanting to spend more time around coaches that inspire me, try to spend more time around the players that inspire you. The second thing that I'm doing to improve myself as a coach is I'm looking to develop my skills in the area of mental training. Although I feel that I've got a good grasp around the mental side of tennis and helping players to build resilience, mental toughness, focus and determination, I still feel that it's a weakness in my coaching. So it's an area that I'm really going to be spending a good amount of time on. Now, if you've been watching my videos recently, you will have seen me talk about A-Peak Tennis and how it can help you as a tennis player to develop your mental skills. I'll put a couple of links in the description below to those videos. But as a coach, I can also develop my mental skills through this app. In fact, there's now a coaches function on the website which allows me to track my players' progress and actually give them tasks through the app. Not only that, as a coach, there are tons of resources to help me improve my own skills. There are videos, audio files, and articles for me to read through so that when I'm working with my players, I'm more tooled up to help them. So if you're a player that wants to improve your mental skills, I'd seriously consider downloading the A-Peak app. In the description below, I've got a link to a free trial and actually a 15% off discount code if you end up signing up. Alongside this, if you have a coach that you feel would be interested in developing their mental skills as a coach, you can actually invite them to be a coach within the app. This will give them the opportunity to give you tasks within the app, but it will also give them the opportunity to develop their skills in this area like I aim to. If you've been watching Felix's journey over on the Tennis Brothers channel, you'll also see that he's been using the app for the last few months. And we're going to be working closely together through this app to help him to develop his skills in this area. So the third thing that I'm doing to improve my coaching is actually improving my own fitness level. Now, I've spoken on this channel before about how I go through phases. Sometimes I'm a fitness freak and I'm at the gym 5 times a week, but right now I'm at a stage where I'm on court a lot. I'm working hard with admin off court a lot, and I'm not making the time to go to the gym for myself. Now, I eat well and I'm generally fit enough to be on the court for 8 or 9 hours of coaching a day. However, I need to make sure that I can still be doing this in 10 and 20 years time. Also, if I'm going to be keeping up with my players, especially Felix, I need to be much fitter than I am now. So my aim is to do a regular 3 days a week in the gym. For me, 3 days should be sustainable, rather than going from one extreme and doing 5 or 6 days in the gym all the way down to doing 0. If I can keep a nice steady 3 days a week in the gym, I feel like that's going to help me to get my fitness back to where I want it to be and to help me to perform better as a tennis coach. Now, this is obvious how this can help you as a tennis player. By being fitter, faster, stronger, it's definitely going to help your tennis. So if you feel like this is an area that you can improve on, think about where in the week you can fit this in. One piece of advice that I can give you, although I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because I've been stuck in a rut recently, is to try to schedule some time where you would normally be doing nothing. It might be that when you wake up in the morning and put the kettle on, you've got 2 minutes to do 20 press-ups. If you can add that into your daily routine, you're going to get stronger, you're going to get fitter. One thing a friend of mine has done, which I'm going to try, is they put pull-up bars on their bathroom door. So every time they walk into the bathroom, they have to do 10 pull-ups. So whatever it looks like for you, if you can do something to improve your fitness, do your best to do so. So before I get into number 4, if you've enjoyed the video so far, hit that thumbs up button, as it goes a long way to helping the channel to reach more people. It'd be much appreciated. So the 4th area that I'm trying to develop within my coaching is actually very personal to me and how I want to develop myself as a coach. And it's to talk less and listen more. I feel that as a coach personally, I could be better if I spoke less. I feel like sometimes I give my players far too much information, almost to the extent where they rely on me being there telling them how they should hit their shots and what they should do. The problem with that is players don't learn how to problem solve, and that is what tennis is all about. Now, if we disregard the new ATP and WTA rules about coaching on court, which personally I don't really like, tennis is a gladiatorial sport where you're 1-on-1 or 2-on-2 against another player or pair. And you have to figure out what you need to do to beat the person at the other end. To be able to be an effective coach without talking so much, I need to be better at effective questioning. Questioning my players to make sure that they fully understand what they're doing, getting them to experiment with things so they can learn their way through matches is going to be far more effective for them on the match court. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of these coaches that talks every second. I always give my players room to think and room to breathe. But personally, as a coach, I feel like if I spoke even less, it could be a benefit to some of my players. The most basic way that I'm going to try to do this is when demonstrating a stroke or trying to explain a technique, do so in as little words as possible. This will save the player from overthinking things, and it will help them to get onto the court and to feel their way through their strokes rather than thinking about all the words that I've given them. So how can this help you and your tennis? Well, all I've done is I've simply realized one of my weaknesses and found a way to make it better. And that's what you need to do within your tennis. So figure out what you want to get better at and work out the steps towards achieving that goal. So there you go. Let me know in the comments below what you're doing to develop yourself or your tennis. And if you enjoyed the video and you haven't done so already, I'd love it if you'd consider subscribing to the channel. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.